I figured I'd do a video. I'm back home. I didn't see anybody on, so we're gonna go live here. This is the project I'm working on. Let me get the camera set up. Good there. Now let me get the laptop set up so I can see your comments. Come on, what's going on here? There we go. Now I gotta get the echo out of here. Um, there we go. Now I gotta get the echo out of here. Um, there we go. Now I gotta get the echo out of here. All right, does that work? Is that working, everybody? I hope so. All right, now we get started here. All right, we're gonna do this. I already started on it, and we're just going to do some coloring around it. Uh, the main thing I'm going to do on this is going to be I'll be doing a lot of erasing to get some of the hairlines and that. This is going to be a this is going to be a real test for me. Uh, Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, which will be. Let's see if I could do this. I'm doing putting my hand up here. Try to watch the video at the same time. Subscribe button should be right about in this corner here. Right about there, I think. Right. Should be right down here. Hit that subscribe button. Come on over. I got a big delay on my laptop. Right, right there. See right there's that. Hit that subscribe button. Right there. Hit that subscribe button. Alright. Let's get started. We're going to do the first color. Going to be a real light color to it. And we're going to use, let's use H&S gun. Steinbeck. Because I haven't used this in a while. This East Coast time that I'm starting to do. Well, I can see why I haven't used this in a while. Might not use this one. I gotta clean it out really good. Yep. It's not good, so we might not use it. Well, we ain't gonna use the H&S gun. We'll go to Timothy John Luke's gun. His gun never steered me wrong. I have to figure I had to fix that gun out. We'll fix that out later. Right now, let's get some color going on this. Uh, we're going to do this color here. That's going to be the lighter color. I'm just going to go around, dust everything. Dust it around in some of these spots and that. And then I'll come back over and we're going to do the darker brown. We're going to keep going around. Like I said, we're going to do some erasing as we go along. And I'm working with the Cretex, the illustration line. On here now I have the black and the white, the illustration white. The black is the illustration black. Um, I used a 4021 reducer, and that was on the black. And on the white, I did the illustration white. I did the 4021 reducer. Plus, I added the HVLC, or the hard, the UV, the UVLS. I added that to the white because I want this white locked down so when I do the erasing, the white doesn't move. So I added that. That'll keep everything locked in. That is that's going to be important to keep that white locked in on there. So when I erase, I don't mess up the white. I want the white to show through. Ah, you can see on the picture how it did give the blue shift, or has like a blue shift there. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. When I get up into like the hair and that, hopefully I don't have no blue shift in a way. But it doesn't really matter because I see on the picture, I don't know, I guess you guys can see it a little bit where it does have a little bit of the blue shift. So it's it's going to be all right if it does do that. But we'll see as we go along. Uh, if I have to come back to blue shift, just add a little bit of orange to the white, and I'll be all right. Now, because when I do the white over top of this, I do not have to have the UVLS in there because I'm going to need that to erase some of that white to erase. So I'm going to, that's my first experience of doing a tiger. So we're going to see how it turned out. And you'll get to see and everything like that. So, like I said, we got this. I'm starting off with this color here. This is the mixture of the illustration white and wicked. This is the wicked detailed burnt sienna. Then the brown I'll be using will be the wicked also, and it's going to be the detail burnt umber. All right, let me pour that in the cup here. air pressure down. Now we're just going to go around a little bit. Now you see up in here where it's all, you have all the hair and everything like that. And it does go back in there a little bit. If I move, let's move this out of the way. So you can see how it is up in there. So we're just going to go in here and just dust it lightly. And see how it comes down into his crown and that. So we'll dust on down there. Just working my way around the whole thing. Just work your way around. As you see the light color, just do it a little bit at a time. You ain't got to go too crazy on it. Just enough to get this color going around a little bit. Down here, you guys still see. Alright. Down here a little bit. You can see how it comes across there a little bit, just so lightly of a color. I'll go on to, it's like how his nose is. Go a little bit on there. Same thing on the other side. See how it's real light down there. So we'll do it really light down there. Now we'll go around his eyes just a little bit. Once I do go back with the black later on, will be setting pretty. The black one will be more of the detail. It gives me the really good detail. Then I got the whiskers to do. See how you got over the eyebrows. Got like a little circle around that. I can do, we could take that. Let's take this one. We'll find that right about like that. I'll just shoot that a little bit. I can do it that way, or let's use this. This hole is too big, so we'll just place it there. Just go like this. There. We'll fix that up. Fix the eye a little bit. There. noticed that. I have to fix that. No biggie. I'll get the spot putty out for it. If you guys are watching here on the YouTube channel, I think I should have a post up there of my artwork. It's for sale. Just send me address or notification that you're interested, and we'll figure out something to do to send it to you. How to take care of all that stuff. And if you like what you're watching, like I said, please hit that subscribe button. It does help my channel out. To like and subscribe. It does help the channel out tremendously. I like to get to the 1,000 mark of people watching. All right. That's that. Dump that out. We'll do the night another color. But I'll be right back. I'm on YouTube right now live. All right, we're back. Um, Alright, like I said, we're gonna dump this color. That's that. Now we go with the darker one. Let's put some. Let me get this. Hit this with a little bit of reducer 4021. It looks way too thick. Now this is going to be a little bit darker, so we'll just be going around where I see the darker color. And if you're all good boys and girls, you get to watch me do a little bit of erasing. Alright, so I'll come up here, just do a little bit there. That looks. There's a lot of back and forth to this painting, so we'll be revisiting some of these colors again. Especially after I get done erasing, I'll be coming back and forth with some of these colors again. And the paintings I'm selling is my originals. I don't, uh, right now I don't plan back to go back and paint those paintings again. So once they sell, that's it. Unless I'm commissioned to do something close to what I already done. But for myself, I don't plan on it. Alright, let that dry up a little bit. Airtide, how you doing, Airtide? I just figure I'd do something crazy today. I'm glad you came on. Glad somebody came on. Alright, let's take this, put it to the side. We're going to grab the eraser out. Now that I painted that color, before I get to my darker color. Get the glove on. Yeah, pick the paint. This painting. It's gonna challenge me, and that's what I need. Coming back from vacation is a little bit of a challenge, so I figured I'd do something that's crazy hard. I guess it's hard. I don't know. I haven't never did a tiger or a lion. This is a lion. Like tiger is the one with the stripe. Alright, so like I said, we're going to grab the eraser and I think I could do that without the glasses. Alright, should start from the bottom. See how we got this down here, so we're going to come in here and just pull some of it. That eraser ain't working too good. Let's get back to this one. Want to stay right in this area here, so we'll just come in here. So this is the one good thing about using your illustration line. You can come in and do stuff like that. No, I have not talked to Timothy John Luke. I do miss him not doing his channel. Oh, he's not answering any of messages? Wow. He's incognito. I want. Hopefully he's all right. Last I heard, he was going to work. I was thinking about calling him up, and I don't know if I have his number or not, but I'm going to try to find it. he was the inspiration of me doing portraits and stuff like that. That's for sure. And he didn't like guess where I'm doing the erasing either. He wasn't a big fan of doing the erasing. That's how good he was. And he was going to write a book. Did he go to work on at a book company and they needed somebody to be an artist for them? Because I had somebody ask me to do a front cover, yeah, front cover of a book for them. They were writing, and I never did follow through on that. Message says he's been on. I wonder if it's members only then. I thought I was a mess. Is he just working with his students? Because I ain't a student. You're a student, ain't you? One he's teaching. That brown glove gonna get me in trouble. Ah, get off of there. Oh, now I'm trying to mess it up even worse. Oh, you're not a student. Okay. Leave that hair on there. It'd be a 3D painting. I tried to follow the hairlines and that. All right, Todd. Thanks for stopping on by. Really appreciate that. I know you gotta get to work. Get to work. Somebody gotta pay for me to stay at home for my retirement now. I've been paying all the old other people. Next year, you guys do that overtime, you won't be taxed from the federal, not the state. Oh, if you're in America, so. Hey, Pucko. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for coming by. That's the neat thing about the illustration line is that you can erase it to get these hairs in there. I don't know how good it's showing up on your screen, but later on it'll show up really good. Is the sound good to you guys? And thanks. Thanks, Paco. This up here is. Yep, I gotta sharpen my eraser up. I got an electric sharpener. It does a little bit on there. Yeah. All right, Poco. Yeah, I just wish I'm gonna have to get into doing that one day. Editing videos. Do this and edit videos. Record it and edit videos. I'm starting to learn some of the stuff little by little. I'm just going to run this video as long as I can as I'm working on it. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Back to the erasing. These glasses ain't working as good as them other ones. Ah, these glasses are better. I'll make sure I put them back in the car. So I want to go this way. These are just little. I don't know which video you're talking about, Poco. I always like your videos no matter what. And Poco, you go ahead and put your YouTube channel on my on there. Mess. Feel free. I like when guys come on there. I like it when you guys put your YouTube channel down. I like when I go on you guys channel and that YouTube is doing it to where uh when you sign in they have your YouTube channel. But I don't see it on mine. I don't know if it's I don't know if it is on mine when you guys sign in on mine if it's YouTube is doing it or not. And have you talked to Timothy John Luke? He's incognito. I miss him doing his stuff. Yeah, I always do that. Yep, you when you go on in that on your to do videos and that it always asks if you is it good enough for kids to watch or not. They say if you say it's not good enough for kids to watch, they end up hurting. It doesn't lock it for private. If you say kids are not allowed to watch it, for some reason it's not private then. I'm trying my best to hit the 1,000 subscribers. Uh, Yeah, if I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give a painting away, and not sure what painting. I know it's gonna be a good one, whatever one. We'll see what happens when I get close to the 1,000. If I get close enough to the 1,000, I'll let everybody know what painting's gonna be. Gonna be original. Might be a painting that I'm working on at the time. I do it this way first. It's just the eraser. I'll do it this way first. Then later on, I could come back with the paintbrush if I want to, and really define it a little bit more. Uh, Nobody's heard from. I, I think Poco said he's been on, and I haven't seen him on. Because even late, unless he's really late at night, but I don't foresee that. But I do foresee it in a way because he did like going on late. getting there. That's a good thing. Like I said, this is a good thing about the illustration line. I love doing the erasing. Then the UVLS, you spray that white down here first, and it stays on there. Then you come in and do the erasing and that, and that makes a difference too. That's cool. That's an interesting process that YouTube does on it. Well, thanks for coming on by, Pucko. Always fun having you here. I'm glad you got to come by and see some. see me mess this up. That's all I'll be doing is working on this thing, trying to get it. We'll get it. But it ain't looking too bad. Now I'll come in with the darker color. Mess with that a little bit. Darker brown. Add some of that in here. And then I'll go back to the white. I gotta keep bouncing around with the color and that. Keep bouncing around. That's all this is. It's a process, guys. I'm telling you, it's a process of doing this. You spray your color on, then you do a little bit of erasing. That's the way I'm handling doing this tiger or a lion. Is it a lion or is it a tiger? If I'm not mistaken, a tiger has the stripes. A lion just has this. This is the lion. But they both will mess you up if you come across them in their territory. That's for sure. See that? Try to get some of that down here. And then you got that, which is this right here. And you got all this. These like I said, later on I come in. Right now I'm just doing the erasing, but later on I come in with the paintbrush and define them a little bit better. Right now I'm mainly trying to define the color a little bit, trying to get the color placement where I want, and then I'll come in with the paintbrush and the airbrush and add the other colors. But it's the hair that you're trying to get in and keep my white showing underneath. The white I have underneath is is locked down really good. But I still will do white over top and do some of the hairlines also. But that is mainly the light color that I got going now. You gotta. All right. Now we'll go with some of the darker brown. We'll spray some darker brown now. add some reducer to it. Add a couple drops of reducer to the brown. You can see how much darker this brown is. Let's hit decline on that. Sorry about that, folks. All right. All right. Now I'm going with the darker brown. Let's pop this up a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm just going to pop it a little bit more. Dust some of this black around. minute. How long have I been on here? Oh, it's almost 3 hours. Almost 2 hours. I think we're going to call it quits right there for YouTube. 2 hour video. Uh, what I'll be doing is more erasing and we'll get back. I gotta do. I'll do some more erasing and everything. I don't want to bore you with that, and then I'm gonna come back over, shoot some white again, and we're gonna keep going with the hair process. I'll keep going. It's back and forth, back and forth. That's what we're working on. Uh, Getting darker. You can tell it's starting to come along. It's getting darker as we go. Uh, but it's like I said, it's a process of erase. I'm going to do the erasing, the airbrush, and the paintbrush. So I haven't did the paintbrush yet. It's only been the airbrush and erasing, and that's what I'm going to keep on doing for a good while on that. I'm going to say I thank you all for coming on by. Hit that like and subscribe, and get to watch me do some more on this and that. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna close it out. All I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be back and forth on this for a while. Right now, I gotta go in and do some more erasing and that. I don't wanna. You already see me do some of that. So this other part, I gotta let this dry a little bit more, and then we'll do some more. Well, we'll stay on. You're on here for a quick high. Thanks you for coming on by, Patty. This was a yeah, a bit over 2 hours on this right now, and yeah, I'll go a little bit. I'm gonna show you. Uh, what I did so far is I've been doing the erasing and spray painting, but it's just a process of taking the eraser, doing it. Uh, just come in, just like how you have it here. I'll come back, just keep doing your erasing back and forth. That's the way I'm handling this one this time. And just And then later on, I'll come in and do some paintbrush work. I haven't did no paintbrush work on it yet. It's all been erasing and spray airbrush. But we'll just keep on doing this for a while. Um, but it's just back and forth, back and forth. Then I gotta adjust the colors and everything as I go along. Just keep doing the racing part. I don't mind doing that, but like I said, it's a process of doing it. Uh, you want to try to. I try to stay as close to the picture as possible, and just back and forth with the erase, and then I come in with the paintbrush later on also. Yeah, it's a good start. I'm enjoying it. Uh, like I said, I thank you for coming on by, guys. Come on by and that. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. But it's a process. Once I get in the paintbrush, I'll tighten everything down and that. But now I'm gonna have to do the white back over again, and then we'll hopefully get a blue shift because you see how it's got the blue in there. We'll get the blue shift and the gray. We'll be bouncing around with that. But now it's just a matter of going around and just keep erasing, getting the stuff in. We'll get it in a little. Erasing's going to takes it to another step. Uh, I ain't good enough with the paintbrush or airbrush yet to do some of these fine lines, so that's why I said I'll grab the paintbrush and do some of the fine lines and that. But it just keep eraser and go to town with the eraser for now. I mean, this is the way to attack it for now. And I think it does just good enough job as that. So, like I said, I thank you all for coming on by. We went over the 2 hour mark a little bit. So, thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe. Tell people we're working on a lion because a tiger has a stripe. All right, this is my lion painting. All right, thank you all for coming by. I'll see you the next time. Bye.